What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an EP review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new EP from the band Crawl, entitled Poisonous Failure. This is self-released. Now, if you're not too familiar with this project, it's based out of San Antonio, Texas, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very nihilistic, noisy, sludge-ridden style of doom metal. Yeah. I will never forget the first time I had ever heard of a project like Crawl. I saw this band live last year when I went to see Full of Hell with The Body in Austin at the Mohawk. I honestly had never even heard of this project or seen this project live before or heard much about what it was until I saw what the stage setup and overall aesthetic for a band like this was. It was basically a set of really tall speakers, a drum kit, and a cow spine. And it was hoisted right above the drum kit. And on the cow spine, there were bass guitar strings. Basically, when this drummer, vocalist person played the drums, he tapped the cow spine, and that's where you got the instance of heavy bottom end. And that was just crazy. I had never seen anything like that before. And I've never heard anything like that before because I was just taken aback by what type of music this band was making. This is a one-person project formed, of course. It's the name of the person of the project, Crawl. He plays the drums, bass guitar, ambient noises. It's just an overall crazy project, and this Crawl project has put out some seriously interesting material, from a really solid self-titled demo in 2011 to a really, really good full-length album from 2015 entitled The Slow Torture of Cage Starvation. This album right here is perfect proof of what full potential a project like Crawl is. The songwriting, the darkness, the evil, it just feels like something very, very evil to listen to. And Crawl sets the mood perfectly for this type of music. The song structurings, the song lengths, the vocals, the lyrics, the emotion, the torture and hatred behind things. That's basically what something like Crawl represents, and that was a really awesome album to listen to. And of course, getting to see Crawl live in more recent times, this is only getting better and greater from here, I would say. Now we have something new from Crawl in the form of a 2-track EP entitled Poisonous Failure. It's only 2 tracks and it clocks in at around 15 minutes in length, and pretty much everything that's going on with Crawl now is fully represented on the 2 songs that are on here. I would like to think that something like this merges together in one continuous sort of take. The way this EP starts off is with the sound of somewhat of a didgeridoo. I believe that's what I hear. I hear that utilized very, very well towards the very beginning of that song. But once that's out of the way, you get the patiently played drum work, followed by very loud, dingy, audible bass being used, and then you get the inclusion of some really, really distorted, wretched sounding sort of vocals. That's one of my favorite things about the style of Crawl, is the vocal style. It's very pained, it's very harsh, it's very angry. You can tell that this guy has been through a lot of things in his life. Very emotional, very angry, very spiteful. That's the type of impression I get when I listen to this vocal style and the way he does things. And listening to him do the type of vocal style that he does on the first track of Poisonous Failure is just really, really amazing. The drum work on here pretty much falls in line with the sort of doom metal qualities. It's very methodical, slow-paced, very intact with what the pace of the song is. I really think that he does a tremendous job with the drum performance on here. It definitely does feel very natural and very on point. Going back to the audible bass guitar that's being used on here, it definitely fits what's going on with a release like Poisonous Failure. I really think the bass guitar work on here is very stellar. Like I said, it's very, very dingy sounding, very audible and very clear. It feels right for a mix like this, and I really commend the sound quality of something like this. The second track on this EP is somewhat of a 180-degree turn, because the way things started off seemed very scary and frightening. But then for the first couple of minutes of this second track, you hear the sound of rainfall. And you can definitely feel that there's some continued nihilism going on with this inclusion of a sound of rainfall. And then you slowly get the sounds of drums coming in towards the later half of that song. And when things come together all well for a very satisfying sort of conclusion. I really do think that there is going to be more great things to come from a project like Crawl. I can only imagine what type of feelings and vibes this project will get, and this EP serves as a very awesome way to get the ball rolling for something like Crawl. So if you're into sludge metal or doom metal or anything with nihilistic and misanthropic feelings, Crawl is the project for you to be checking out. I really don't think there's anything else like this in the extreme metal and extreme music world right now, but it's something that needs to be seen to be believed and heard to be believed. I really think that Crawl is going to make a big impact in the coming years, and I hope that more people will give this project the time to be heard and listened to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you some links in the description box as to how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will leave you a link to the Crawl Bandcamp page where you can stream this EP in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. You can stream it by digitally. It is also available physically as a tape, self-released through the artist. And I will also leave you a link to the Crawl web store where you can purchase physical copies of the music, and there are also t-shirt and patch options available. So definitely helps out the continuation of making more music. So again, the EP is Poisonous Failure by Crawl. This is released on this is self-released. Check it out. And for a score, I'm going to give this a very, very strong 8.5 out of 10. Very, very hate-fueled, misanthropic sludge doom. Very impressive stuff. So if you've happened to have heard this release, definitely let me know what you think about it and how you feel about it. Or any of you guys into Crawl, definitely let me know how you feel about the sound. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. And until the next time, Armijo out.